Today's video is brought to you by The Cold Plunge. Use discount code DAVE150 at checkout at thecoldplunge.com. Immediately save $150 off your purchase. That's DAVE150 at thecoldplunge.com. There's also a link below this video.
This question comes from Tony. Hey, Wendy, I'm looking for some advice. After I complete an Ironman in December, I want to start training for another triathlon in March and then a 50K in April. Do you have a training plan that combines both triathlon as well as ultra running? I figured I used my Ironman training as a base, but need to incorporate more runs to get up the bigger distances. Thanks for any advice you have. So thanks, Tony, for asking the question. That reminds me back in the day in 2011 when I did my first ultra, it was a 50 miler and I had never run on a trail, and it was on a trail in Steamboat. And I just completed Ironman Lake Placid in July of 2011, and I wasn't ready for my season to be done. So I decided, why not do a 50 miler? I just completed an Ironman, which is a 12-hour event. My longest run was a marathon. So how hard could it be? And I came home, I recovered for a few weeks, and then I had about 4 weeks to train, and I went and did a 10-mile trail run. And I'm like, well, let's see what happens. I will treat the 50 miler, the first half like an Ironman bike ride, around 6 hours. And then I'll treat the second half like an Ironman marathon. And it was nothing like that because of the terrain, the elevation, and just everything that came with it. I was so naive to the trail running, let alone ultra world, that it was quite an experience, and I have a blog on my website about it. So to answer your question, no, I don't have an ultra running plan. I've been contemplating making one. And what I would do in your case is you are going to be very fit having your Ironman in December. And so first things first is make sure you take some time to recover from that. And I don't think you mentioned the distance of your triathlon in March, but what I would do is I would find a 50K training plan, and I would focus on the 50K training plan while incorporating a swim and bike into your 50K plan as cross training. Most running programs these days do incorporate the cross training variety into their plans. And I would, again, specifically focus on the 50K because, like you said, you have to complete the distance. So you want to bump up your running mileage, which I don't see a problem because you're training for an Ironman right now. So I look forward to hearing how it goes. One other thing I wanted to mention is when you're training for the 50K, make sure you incorporate race-specific terrain, because that's something that I did not do. I did most of my running on the road for the Ironman, and I didn't have time necessarily to build up to lots of trail running on the terrain of Steamboat, Colorado. So I highly suggest that you do your long runs on the terrain of your 50K and just go enjoy the experience, learn from it, keep a log of what's working, what's not working. And like I already said, hopefully I'd like to hear about how you did, and you can just kind of comment below on this post. And I hope you make it a great day.
Today's video is brought to you by The Cold Plunge. Use discount code DAVE150 at checkout at thecoldplunge.com. Immediately save $150 off your purchase. That's DAVE150 at thecoldplunge.com. There's also a link below this video.